A brand new initiative is being launched in the city of Hazleton, and it merges a lot of local organizations and some organizations that you may not be familiar with. It is called Celebrate Hazleton. Here to tell us all about it is Krista Schneider. She's the Executive Director of the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress, and Bob Curry is the founding president of the Hazleton Integration Project. Bob, I'm going to start with you. I know this is huge. It's a big weekend in August, but tell us who's all involved and how this came about.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for having us because we realize that getting the message out is critically important. But it's a really unique initiative because it involves so many organizations. And it's the Hazleton Integration Project, the Hazleton Art League, the Downtown Hazleton Alliance, who Krista represents. Our overarching sponsor, of course, is Joe Madden's Respect 90 Foundation. We've also got the Peace Love Chalk organization, Communities That Care, the Chamber of Commerce, and 1111 Voices, which is a group from Washington, D.C. that came up with a pretty unique concept.
Wow, so that's a mouthful. I'm glad you said it instead of me. This goes August 4th and 5th, which is Friday and Saturday, and it's kind of overlapping with First Friday for the month of August, so we're going to start there with Krista.
Right.
Tell us what is all taking place on Friday, August 4th.
Well, Friday is the first Friday of August, so we'll actually have the farmers market kicking off the day. That continues all day. Every Friday in the summer. And then the Chamber is having its car cruise later in the evening. I believe that starts at 6. But we also have a bunch of other things. We have a walking tour, historical walking tour that Charles McElwee will be doing, featuring the art of James Moran. Hazleton Speaks, which is a poetry and prose, almost like an open mic night, later that evening. And then Christopher Coppola, who's a director, a film director, is coming in from out of town to work with children on teaching them a workshop on filming.
Wow, so Hazleton's going to be packed on this weekend. But Saturday, you have an even bigger lineup, Bob, for Saturday. So tell us about that.
We do. The Peace Love Chalk registration is also held on Friday evening. It begins from 5 to 9. But in earnest, the artists will be out there decorating, making our streets beautiful between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. We also have Fleetique, and we have a number of boutique-style vendors coming. A lot of them are arts and crafts oriented, and many others are antique oriented. So we've got that going on. Mary Veronica Sweeney is doing an absolutely phenomenal project on the side of a building. It's projecting an image on the side showing how murals are actually done. Francis Ford Coppola's nephew, Christopher Coppola, who is a major filmmaker in his own right and has made at least a half a dozen films, is coming in, and we're doing a showing of his film, Sacred Blood, later in the evening. We have Cunningham Brewing Company is doing a special beer, a special craft beer called Celebrate Hazleton. And we also have one of our larger initiatives is 1111 Voices, a group from Washington, D.C. Think about it this way. How about a flash mob choir with 500 voices? That's what we're shooting for. We think we have a really interesting location on Wyoming Street to get it done. Now, you do this. This is the idea. 2 hours, we sing one song. We practice for 2 hours. Between 5 and 7. At 7 o'clock, it's go time. It is filmed live, streamed across the internet, and posted to YouTube for perpetuity.
Wow, this is going to be really cool. I'm
That's
excited.
exciting.
Yeah, you guys really have your finger on the pulse of what's going on. You're really bringing a lot to this area. There's so much happening. We can't get into all of it today, so they're going to come back and talk with us some more in detail about some of these great events. But all I can say is mark your calendars now for August 4th and 5th for downtown Hazleton. If you have questions, you can call Bob at 570-233-5309. You could also go to downtownhazleton.org, the HazletonIntegrationProject.com. You'll get all the details there and much more right here coming up on SSPTV.